Hi friends and welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name is Tiffany and I'm the International Witch. Here we are at the end of January, so it's time to get that February bullet journal ready to go. I found that I did use a lot of my stuff from last month, so I'll probably keep those and carry on over, but there's going to be some small changes. One of the things I thought would be a good idea to try out would be, instead of doing my normal watercolors, to try these Primrosia 100 pack dual tip markers. And the reason why I picked these out is because one, they're cheap, and two, they're numbered, so it's easy for me to pick out the colors I need. Just to let you in on a little fortune telling, they didn't work out, so don't bother. For the cover page, I know the official flower of In Bulk is the snowdrop, but I've never actually seen a snowdrop in real life. But where I grew up at in Alabama, the daffodils and dandelions would start super early in the season, so that splash of yellow would be the first thing I saw. So that's why I wanted to go with the daffodil. I thought I did pretty good this time about keeping everything in focus, but unfortunately, as I'm watching this, nope, you see a lot of my pencil and a lot of unfocusedness. So sorry about that. I'm getting better though. You'll notice that I cut out some spaces just to save time, but also I found out that when I'm thinking a lot, I twirl my pen around for some strange reason. You'll see it in just a minute. Right there. And I learned how to zoom in. So behold my awesome tech savviness. So this month's quote is from the poet Patience Strong, and I thought it just really fit, and it's, "In February, there is everything to hope for and nothing to regret." I really liked it because most people associate the New Year's with January and, everything for you to look forward to. But February is still so early in the year that you still have so much time to accomplish and change things. And so here's the start of where I'm disliking the markers. Because if you notice the color on the tip of the markers, it's coming out much darker. And I like a more softer look instead of a vibrant, so I already wasn't too happy. And here's my next strike against the markers. That is literally the lightest blue color in the whole box, and it's so dark and there's no way to lighten it, and they don't blend together like the box says they would. See, as I'm putting down this darker blue, I immediately go right back over it with the lighter blue, and it's not blending like at all. And here's where I get the angriest. I'm trying to do some shadowing and I'm actually going very light on this, but you'll see whenever I turn the page, it goes right through the paper and it just messes up the whole next spread. So I'm definitely going to be going back to the watercolors for the next Bujo layout. And of course I had to highlight Valentine's Day and in bulk. I forgot to highlight Groundhog Day, but it rolls in with in bulk. I had originally planned for the outside to stay white, but whenever I looked at it, I felt like that circle in the middle was just too heavy, so I put more blue around the outside to kind of balance it out. Ugh, see what I mean? It's hideous! Last month I dedicated an entire spread to my spell work, but honestly I don't do that many spells in the wintertime. So this month I decided that I was going to do a half page of the content planner and the half page of the spell work. I think these little flowers are adorable. And a helpful tip when you're dealing with painting or drawing something that's white is not actually to paint white, but to focus on putting color around the white flowers. You'll see this on the next page too. I honestly have no clue what these little flowers are called. I know I've seen them before, but I just can't think of the name. But I saw these in a calendar designed by Eugene Grasset in 1889, and I thought it was just perfect for this layout. God, I'm still really ticked off that I can see that bleed through. It's very frustrating. I did add some snowdrops to this page and to the next page, but I tried to keep away from the snow theme because here in southern Italy, there is no snow. If I look out the balcony right now, it's still everything's green. We don't even have dead leaves. So it's really hard for me to get in that snow kind of mindset. I accidentally filmed this section upside down, but it kind of worked out because you can actually see what I'm drawing without my hands in the way. Okay, now that that page is done, we can move over to this next page. This is going to be where I put my habit tracker. And this page I have a love-hate relationship with because I'm really proud at how it turned out. But once again, I like soft colors, and this one came out way more vibrant than I had intended. Here's where I actually start gridding out my habit tracker. However, I accidentally only made enough for 28 days, and you'll see at the end I have to kind of add a little box and squeeze it in at the bottom. So don't make the mistakes like me. Remember, February has 29 days this month. Yep, oop, gotta squeeze that 29 in. We're going right there. What I thought was going to be a nice dusty rose pink actually turned out to be more of like a peachy salmon, but it's okay. I considered making this outline green, but then when I thought about all the stems and the leaves and the actual artwork, I thought it might get lost, so I decided to bring the blue over from the other page to try to balance it out. I discovered that since these markers don't blend well, if I just simply go back over certain areas with the same exact color, like make a second layer, it does a pretty good job of showing some shadows. Okay, one layout complete. Now on to the weeklies. I found that the way that I did it last month was actually perfect in just enough room, so I'm going to continue on the same way this month. And of course, I'm lining this page with my favorite daffodils. And here I'm cutting out the tabs just like I did last month, but this time I'm going to color them just to make them a little easier to see. And everything I do for the front daffodil, of course I have to do for the second daffodil. Now it's time to come through with some shading to add a little bit more definition and dimension to them. Okay, and now it's time for the final walkthrough. Even though I'm not happy with these markers, overall I'm happy with how this came out. I love all the different flowers, and honestly some of the colors being extra vibrant does get me in the mind for spring, even though it's not spring yet. But I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed Imbolc, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Love y'all. Bye.